Him in the headset. Nah, the other headset. Mic check, mic check. 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 Mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Hey, I think I got it started already. Just check the link I sent you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I for some reason at first it was blinking my buttons. Like quick. But I just sent you the link to Skype, and let's just make sure it's on. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yep, I see you. Well, the way I did it was I could have did it with only people who have the link. So next time I just do it with only people who have the link, but it won't matter because no, I have no friends on this account. Okay, so I'll hang up. I can't hear you yet on the hangout. Now I hear you. I hear you now. Okay, I see Ashley is on, and I see Shay is on. Hello, Shay. Shay. Yep, Shay. I see you. You know what, Shay? I could have made it where it wasn't in the broadcast. So Shay, what I'm gonna do is let me know. I can't hear you just yet, Shay, but I know you'll be there in a minute.
Testing 1 2. I'm changing the settings now. All right. There we go. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Am I coming through the headset?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
Okay, so I see. I think Darlene is here. Ashley is here. What I could have did, Shay, is I realized that I could have just did it as a regular meeting without having to set up a broadcast page.
Right.
You know what
Right.
I'm talking about?
You could have just done a hangout, just a meeting
Yeah,
without it on air.
yeah, yeah. And I'm glad I mentioned that because that's how we can conduct them when we do the sales and marketing masterminds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. So what I do is put a note in the group that we'll take the questions through the Skype chat. And then we'll go ahead and get started. So look, it looks like it's time. Time is now 2:36, and then we'll go ahead and go from there.
All right.
Okay. I see Taria just popped on. Okay, and looks like Dr. Wright is going to pop on.
Oh,
It's kind of unique, Shay. It's like I gave you a link because it's just us. You know what I mean? But because it's just us, it don't really make a difference.
Right.
And then we'll go ahead and go from there. And I got the trusty whiteboard right here. Okay, so we'll give a chance for Dr. Wright to get on, and I think we'll give a chance for Ashley to get on, and then we'll kind of go from there.
Ashley at the coffee shop, so I don't know if hopefully.
Okay. Ashley always at the coffee shop.
Yeah.
Don't mess with you.
Yeah. So, with three kids at home running around, it's a little more quiet.
You ain't gotta tell me.
That are home. That are all home for the summer with that. So.
When I had that sleepover, brother, believe you me, it was like, oh my God. Hey, you know one thing I really like, one feature I like about the Android phone? If you turn that joker upside down on his face, did you lose my picture, Shay?
Yeah.
I came back. That was interesting. It's weird, like she's smoking weed.
I wouldn't know anything about that, okay?
Oh Lord. Oh my God.
You can't out me like that.
Oh yeah, I keep clicking on it. I keep forgetting. I can't click on it. I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting. I can't click.
Taria.
Can
you guys hear me?
No, I like it. I keep forgetting. I don't have to do anything. All I gotta do is just do what I do.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but I don't see you.
Oh, look at that.
Well, I'm trying to connect my camera.
Oh, now I do.
I see you just fine, Taria. Yeah, we see you.
Hi.
Okay, there's Dr. Wright.
Trevor talking trash about me.
Always, you know how he is.
Bunch of women with their hairs and buns on here. Everybody hair in a bun.
Absolutely, it's hot outside.
You can't click on it. I keep.
I
like it. I keep forgetting. I don't have to do anything. All I gotta do is do what I do.
Yes, I can hear you, but I don't see you.
Oh, look at that.
I can see Taria. I'm trying to connect my camera. I can see Taria.
I see you just fine, Taria.
Yes, Taria, I see you now. Trevor said your hair is in a bun. Let's see.
Yes. Talking trash about me.
Always, you know how he is.
Bunch of women with their hairs and buns on here. Everybody hair in a bun. Somebody ain't got their headset on, but it's okay. All right.
Trevor, I don't have my headset on.
No problem. You want to make sure you're not watching it at the same time, though, so we don't get a repeat.
I'm hearing a repeat, but I don't know if that was yours or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's it coming from. Somebody's coming at the repeat. But okay. So everybody mute your microphones unless you have a question. So unless you have a question, mute your microphone. Great. I see Darlene muted hers. I see Taria muted hers. So you can leave yours. You got a headset, Shay, so you're fine. It's only when they don't have a headset.
Can you see me, or did I lose the hangout? Oh, here it is, right here. Okay.
No, I see you just fine.
Oh, it's on a tab. Okay. Sorry, but I'm not used to. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, you never had to do it this way. So
No, but I forgot that it stays on a tab. Versus when I'm doing it, it's the separate window by itself. Okay.
Right. I like being in the control again. You know what? From now on, Shay, I'm in control of the hangouts. So, let's have a talk about what we're gonna be chatting about today. I feel like we could be a lot more profitable as a company if we were doing certain things better. And I'm going to tell you what the number one problem that we face as a company right now is not sales. I mean, of course, Shay would say number one problem we're facing is sales. And if Shay was talking, he would talk about sales. I think that the problem that we're facing right now is that we are going out and we're talking about how good the company is, and we're going out and we're talking about how much we can do for them. But I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all are not using the tools within the company, and y'all not using the strategies, and y'all not using the techniques. And then when y'all go in and y'all see other clients using the stuff and making money, it make y'all feel bad. Because you're like, oh, I need that for myself, and I need that for my business, and I need my own makeover. Like, the craziest thing is when you ask for your own makeover, when you're a part of the makeover process, you see everything that the client sees and then some. So today's goal is to really start y'all to using the tools within the company to make y'all some money. I mean, that's what it's got to boil down to. Y'all not using the tools. And don't worry, y'all are not the only ones. Shay, by his own admission, some of the tools he's just not using. I mean, it's a little harder, but we're like the hairdresser, where we do people's hair, but our hair looks the worst. Our hair looks like it's in buns. Hairdresser always wearing a bun. I'm like, how's the hairdresser wear a bun? Nothing against buns, though, ladies. Nothing against buns. Say, we got a bunch of ladies on here. We need to get some men to kind of lighten this up a little bit. So let's talk about a simple strategy that we're going to deploy, and then I'm going to show you how to use the tools that we're using on an everyday basis. And I want y'all to start using the tools. Now, the next campaign that we're getting ready to launch, let me just move this table out of the way. The next campaign that we're getting ready to launch is we're going to launch a campaign for speakers. We're going to launch a campaign for coaches. And we're going to launch a campaign for authors. By the way, Shay, can they see that on my board?
How can Shay know what we can see?
If Shay can see it, y'all can see it.
You need to bring the board a little bit closer. Trevor.
The board.
Yeah.
Trevor. Bring the board a little bit
now.
closer.
Okay, I'm gonna bring it a little bit closer.
And use bold.
Okay. And write in black. So I'm gonna write in black. Let me just write in black. This is really cool. Letitia, remember that night that Shay was on there? He was like punch drunk. He was like, you got a dog? Anybody got a dog out there? I was like, what the hell is Shay talking about? So,
Okay, I'm not gonna let them talk about you.
So we're gonna launch a campaign for speakers, coaches, and authors. That's what we're gonna do next. We're launching a campaign for speakers, coaches, and authors. Now, I want everybody to write this down. You now have a responsibility in the company. Write this down. You have a goal to generate 10 new people to the list every week as a member of the Peak Performance Posse. Every member has the goal of 10 people every week or 40 people a month. And we're actually going to start tracking this. And essentially, we're going to be calling you to the carpet if you're not adding new people to the list. Now, we can't tell you to add new people to the list and not give you a true way on how to actually go about doing this. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to map out some of the tools that we're using, and then we're going to actually do it real time. So we're launching a huge speaker campaign next week. And essentially, the way the campaign is going to work is just like what you're going to see on this board. We're basically going to do a ad that's going to tell people to text in a number or text in a word. And I'm going to make this real quick because we don't have all day. So the word is going to be international. Taria, assign everybody in the group their own number.
I like control again. You know what? Now, Shay,
I heard a repeat. Somebody was listening to something on repeat. Okay, so Taria, what I mean by assign everybody a number is I'm number one. Shay is number two, right? But assign everybody their number today. So I'm number one. Shay is number two. Taria, you would be number three because you're the number third person the number three person to join the company. Does that make sense, Taria?
Yes, I got it.
Okay. So whenever, from now on, Taria, because we're talking about the process, from now on, whenever we launch a campaign, and it's a text message campaign, which is how we build our list, if the keyword is international, just the word international by itself is the company's number. I mean, just the company's one, okay? International 1 will always be me. International 2 will always be Shay. International 3 will always be you. International 4 may be Darlene. International 5 may be Letitia. International 6 may be Ivy. Does that make sense?
Yes, I got it.
Okay. I want that list in Basecamp so that everybody knows their number. So here's what's going to start happening, Shay, is from now on, whenever we get images made for the company, we will always get the images made for the whole company. So there will be a membership portal that you can log in and you can find your ad. Don't ask us which ad is for you. If you're employee number 1, you know international 1 is for you. If you're employee number 8, then you know ad number 8 is for you. Does that make sense for everybody?
We're going out.
Yes.
We're talking about what the company is, and we're going out, and we're talking about how much we can do for them. But I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all are not using the tools within the company. Y'all not using the strategies.
Okay. All right. Okay, so now we're going to start this campaign out with this ad that's right here. And everybody will have their own text message number. From now on, it's always going to be it's going to be whatever the keyword is plus your number. It's going to be whatever the keyword is plus your number. Now, let me tell you how it's going to go. You will have a company, the company will pay for the text messages related to the campaigns that we are running. So at the end of the day, all you have to do is post your ad on Facebook. So I want you to just imagine for a second that there were a bunch of ads. Like this was an ad and this was an ad. And there were all of these different ads that were running. And let's just say this was Shay's ad, and this was Taria's ad, and this was, let's say, Letitia's ad. And these were all the different ads that were running on the different campaigns. Now, the problem is we keep talking about automation, but y'all not automated. And so that's what we're going to fix. So they text in, and the question becomes is, how do we get this ad out? Like Letitia, I saw that you posted the ad that we posted for Shay's event tonight. Taria, I saw that you did it. Darlene, I saw that you did it, right? So Letitia, let me ask you a question. How did you actually post the ad? Like, what did you do?
You mean step by step? What did I do?
No, just kind of like a brief, like quick, like what'd you do to post the ad?
Okay, so
I went into my fan page, and I also posted it on my regular page, and I posted it as a stream event. You know, what am I doing now? I posted some little words. You know, you need to check this out. You need to be here. Then I boosted the post for $6.95. I paid for that, and which I will be billing you, Shay. And I paid for that, and then I let it go. And then today they sent me a note saying I can see how well it did. And I looked at how well it did, and it said it showed to 71 times more people than it would have had I just put it in the regular stream.
Okay, good. Okay, now the point that I'm making is you downloaded the image, and after you downloaded the image, then you posted it on your Facebook business page, and you posted it on your personal page, and then it posted. Did you post it again today?
I posted it on Twitter today, and
okay,
it'll
great.
Go back to Facebook.
Are you going to post it again a few hours from now?
Yeah, I can. I can get onto my system that automatically posts it and set it up for repeated posts.
Right, exactly, and that's my point, is that the thing that you want to do is you got to get away from this manual process. What we want to do is it's our job to become more organized for you, to put the systems in place. We're putting a membership portal up so y'all can access the images related to the events. Mm-hmm. All you got to do is put this into our system that will automatically post this on Facebook for you, post this on Twitter for you, post this on LinkedIn for you, post this on Pinterest for you, and keep doing it. And essentially what we wanted to do is when there's a big time event coming up, you should be posting those ads at least 3 to 4 times a day on automatic pilot, and the company has a tool to do that. So all you got to do is download the image and put it into your tool. That tool is called Social Media Ignition. And what we're going to work on today is the effective use of Social Media Ignition. So here's what happens. When y'all first get the ads, these images, when y'all first get the ads, the ad itself, I don't want you going to Facebook and posting it. I actually want you to go into Social Media Ignition, put the ad there, and set it up to keep running automatically. So that a person like you, Letitia, that thing is posting 3 to 4 times a day. Because remember, your responsibility is to generate 10 new leads every week. 10 new leads every week. That's 40 leads a month. 40 leads a month. Extrapolate that over to 20 people. That's 800 people a month with people, the company just generating leads. And that's fine. Okay? Make sense, everybody?
Yes.
Okay, so when you get your ads, you're going to put them in. From now on, when y'all get your ads starting today, when is now the time to get started? Now. You're going to put it in Social Media Ignition. That's the first thing. Start loading it into the automated campaign. And now, here's what I want you to do. Set your campaigns to post every 3 to 4 hours. And Taria, is it a 3-hour post set or is it 4 hours?
No, it's 3 hours. 3 hours.
So now,
1 hour, 3 hours, 6 hours, 12 hours, 24 hours, 48 hours.
Okay, so you wanted to set it on a 3-hour campaign, and you want it to run, write this down, you want it to run from 9 a.m., 9 a.m. to about 11 p.m., okay? You want it to run from about 9 a.m. to about 11 p.m., okay? So it's not posting at 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay, now, all ads go there. So in this one, they text in the word international, and that lands them in our Bumblebee prospect system. And Bumblebee is really our text messaging system. That all it does is collects people's cell phone numbers so we can message them later. So what it does, right, is it collects all the numbers, and then after it collects all of the numbers, then you can then go out and send out information later. So when they text in, the way we can track at the beginning of every week, we're going to tell you how many people were attracted to your marketing efforts. And some of you will have more of an effect than others, but you need to be able to actually track what kind of influence you have. And I ain't talking about track your influence by who hit the like button or who said good things, but are they taking an actual action? So the last time we did this, the person who actually had the most clicks was Taria, which was interesting because she got more clicks than me, Shay, and everybody in the company, even though we got more likes. She got more clicks, meaning she got more people that actually took action. And what we're moving towards is action. So write this down. A prospect is a person who is indicated by their actions that they're interested in your products, your services, your mission, and your brand. And some of y'all don't know this, and y'all been with us too long not to know this. So you need to write this down if you haven't written it down. A prospect is a person who has indicated by their freaking actions that they're interested in your products, your services, your mission, or your brand. If you don't know this by now, as long as you've been working for the company, you should quit. Because at the end of the day, you don't understand the fundamental things that we believe. A prospect is a person who is indicated by their action. That means they did something to let you know that they were interested in your products, interested in your services, interested in your mission, interested in your brand. We're not after a bunch of people to say we like you. We're not running a popularity contest. We're running a freaking business. And in running a freaking business, you need people who are taking action. When they text in the word international, that is an action. What you need to understand is when they take that action allows us to collect their information. So we're not generating leads, we're generating prospects. We're generating prospects. The fundamentals, folks, it's the fundamentals. And we got to get down with the fundamentals. So let's just go back to the basics. There's this nice, pretty ad that the marketing side does, that the graphics team does. And they're going to create these ads for you. But we got to get more juice from the lemon. We got to get more out of the actual ad itself. I hate making freaking ads, spending all that daggone time, and you get 3 clicks. And it's not that you're getting 3 clicks because you're not popular. It's because you are not leveraging your influence. Hear me on this one. All of y'all got influence, but you're not leveraging the influence. You are sporadically using your influence when it's convenient to you. You are sporadically using your influence when it's convenient to you. But that won't work in business. To have leverage, you got to consistently use your influence in such a way that generates revenue, because we're in business. You have to consistently use your influence in such a way that generates revenue. So the first thing is, what is the purpose of these ads? It's what the purpose of marketing is. Write this down, folks. It's the fundamentals. The purpose of marketing is to attract leads and generate prospects. It's twofold. It's to attract a lead and generate a prospect. Listen, a lead is just somebody who's interested in your product, your services, your mission, or your brand. A lead is just somebody who is interested in your products, your services, your mission, or your brand. Your products, your services, your mission, or your brand. Your products, your services, your mission, or your brand. You got to get this down in your soul, folks. This is the stuff that we talk to people about. This is what they pay us tens of thousands of dollars for. This is why many of you joined up with us to begin with. But you got to know this. You can't keep talking to our clients, and you can't keep working with our people, and you know less than they know, even though you work with us every day. That is not going to get it. A lead is a person who is interested in your products, your services, your mission, or your brand. Or it's a person who could be interested in your products, your services, your mission, or your brand. Today, when I'm talking to y'all, I ain't talking to y'all about leads. I want some freaking prospects. I'm going to tell you what Trevor wants. Hashtag Trevor wants some freaking prospects. I want some people who took an action. So the purpose of this ad, it is a marketing thing. The purpose of marketing is to attract leads. What I mean by attract leads, when we make these graphics and they look freaking amazing, people are like, oh, that looks great. They look, they say, oh, wow, this is a great image. They are attracted. They're like, oh, that looks interesting. That looks kind of sexy. Let me see what that's about. That's a lead. When they do the looky-loo, let me see what this is about. This looks interesting. Let me hear more about that. That's a lead. Until they take a freaking action, they are not a prospect. So the purpose of marketing is to attract the leads and generate the prospects. My job in the company is to help you attract leads and generate prospects. We help you attract leads by, we have the #1, the best graphics team on the freaking planet in the personal and professional development space. I dare you to find a better one. That is to attract the leads. This little part in the bottom is to generate the prospect. Until they take that action, they're not a prospect. Everybody in the company is required to generate 10 prospects a week. Now, I don't care how you freaking do it. You can do it the easy way, you can do it the hard way. But my expectation of you is to generate 10 prospects a week. And if you cannot do it, you cannot be in the company. I'm going to tell you. And I'm line in the sand. Now, we're going to make it easy for you to do this. When we give you this advertisement, when we give you this marketing piece, it's designed to attract the leads and to generate prospects. The way you can do it without putting forth a lot of effort is to use the automated system, social media ignition. What is it? It just posts automatically on Facebook, automatically on Twitter, automatically on LinkedIn, automatically on Pinterest, and it posts on different places. It even posts to your freaking blog. It does this for you, and it does it in an automatic kind of way. It even posts to Google+. Now, why would you use it versus something like a Hootsuite or something? One, when you post from Hootsuite, you are actually advertising Hootsuite. So if you're using Hootsuite, stop freaking using Hootsuite, because we don't sell Hootsuite. We don't make no money off of Hootsuite. The company has its own product. It's called Social Media Ignition. When you post from Social Media Ignition, guess what? Somebody's going to ask you, how did you do that? What are you using? That's a buying question. That means you can now sell them Social Media Ignition. So when you use Social Media Ignition, it not only gives you the opportunity to sell your own, to sell the products and services that we offer, and it not only generates prospects, but it also opens up for you the opportunity to sell the other person Social Media Ignition who wants to do what you do. Now, these images, when we give them to you, all you got to do is one thing. Go take it and load it into your Social Media Ignition and let it post on automatic pilot. That's it. That's it. It's very simple. Load it into your Social Media Ignition. Don't go post it manually, because we want you to get used to doing automatic stuff. Now, it goes into Bumblebee. I'm getting feedback from somebody's computer. I think it's yours, Taria. Hit mute, Taria. Great, Taria. Thank you. Okay, no more feedback. Okay. All right. Now, when it goes into Bumblebee, we actually collect their cell phone number. Once we collect their cell phone number, here's what happens. For those people who don't understand what's happening, let me make sure you know. It goes into Bumblebee. We collect the cell phone number. Afterwards, we send them a response. After we send them a response, we say, hey, we see that you want to be a speaker at our next event. And all you got to do to be a speaker at our next event is click this link. When they first text in, all we are getting is their cell phone number. That's all we're getting is their freaking cell phone number. When we respond back, they click this link and they land on our squeeze page. This right here, this is still Bumblebee. So it collects the lead, it sends them a response. That's Bumblebee. It's a system we freaking sell. When they click that link, they go to our squeeze page. We sell that too. That's 60-second pages. Know your products. Know what we do. Know how we do it. Don't just tell clients about the results we produce. Know how we produce the results. So they go to 60-second squeeze pages, and they fill out the free squeeze page. When they fill out this squeeze page, They give us their first name, they give us their last name, they give us their cell phone number again, and they give us their email address. Here's what happens. First, we only have their cell phone numbers. And the only thing we know is we have the cell phone number of a person who is interested in our products, our services, our mission, or our brand. Or basically, we have the cell phone number of a prospect. But we don't know anything else about them other than what they're interested in. And that's pretty freaking cool. But the more information we get from the client, the more it's actually worth. So then what we do is we get some more information. The more information we get about them, the more that information is worth. So then we take them from the squeeze page, and Shay recently did this, is they go from the squeeze page and they go into Pipedrive. And they go into Infusionsoft. At the same time, all of their information goes two places. It goes into Pipedrive, and it goes into Infusionsoft. This is where it's going. This is where the information is going. And that's where the information is going. I need you to understand that. That's where the information is going. So what you want to understand is that the information is going in one place. I'm going to put this right here. Everybody write this down. The information is going in one place, but the client is actually going to a different place. Hear me closely. When they fill out the squeeze page, the client is going to one place, but their information is going to another place. Their information is going to Infusionsoft. That's our CRM, or our customer relationship management system, or our autoresponder. It is also going into Pipedrive, because we're in the business of making sales. All roads in business lead to a sales process. Write this down, all roads in business lead to a sales process. So we're sending that information into Infusionsoft, which is our communication.
Can I get a quote on that? You know, as known by the master practitioner, Dave Brown. You're a good student, though. You're a really good student.
If it wasn't on the Hangout, Shay, I would show you a few of my fingers.
I don't need to see the fingers. It's a brilliant saying. It's brilliant. Just figured it out.
Read between the lines.
Figured it out.
Read between the lines.
All roads in business do not lead to marketing. They all lead to a sales presentation. It's just undeniable. Anyway, go ahead. It's messing with you.
But marketing gets the conversation going. Marketing gets the car started. Without marketing, there's no gas in the car, Shay.
Okay.
So anyway, in all seriousness, the information is going into Infusionsoft, which is our CRM, our autoresponder, it's our communications platform. But it's also going into Pipedrive, where we can now see what your conversion rate is, where we can see what your sales statistics are, so we can see what kind of results you're actually producing. Does that make sense? Now, so the information is going into one place, but the client is going to another place. The client is actually going to a thank you page. Remember, their information goes into Pipedrive and Infusionsoft, but the client itself goes into a different place. The client goes to a place where we say, hey, thank you for registering. We check your email, and oh, by the way, let me offer you a free freaking gift. I'm going to give you a gift on how to be a better speaker, or how to make your first million as a speaker. Would you like my free book? And we say yes. So we offer them something free. And then to get that free thing, they have to click the button. When they click the button, the page or the system goes out on Facebook, and it posts what we want them to say about our products and services. They don't even get to choose what they're going to say. As soon as they hit that button, it goes to their Facebook page, it goes to their Twitter page, it goes to their LinkedIn page, and it says what we want them to say. That's called PR, public relations. Let me tell you a little secret about marketing. No matter how good the marketing campaign is, if you got bad PR, it will fail. Check any movie. Spend $100 on marketing, $100 million on marketing. Everybody sees the movie, but afterwards nobody returns to come see the movie. The movie dies. It had bad PR. So I want you to write this down. Marketing gets the conversation going, but PR keeps the conversation going. The purpose of marketing is to attract leads and generate prospects, or the purpose of marketing is to get the conversation started. The purpose of marketing gets the ball to rolling. It gets everything started. But it's PR that keeps the conversation going. It's sales that makes sure you can afford the gas in the car. Does that make sense for everybody? I hope everybody's paying attention. Okay, now, here's the thing. PR is what keeps the conversation going. So now they're going on Facebook because they want a free freaking gift, and they're just saying what we want them to say. Hey, there's an international event. They are looking for speakers. If you want to be a speaker, text the word international. And at the end of the day, it leads right back to the same spot. It's a circle. It's a complete freaking circle. But if you jack the circle up in the very beginning, it doesn't work. So what you're trying to do is you're not just trying to produce a prospect, you're trying to get the prospect in the system. So just imagine you had one person that did all of this, and they told all of their Facebook friends. They got 700 Facebook friends. Even if just 5 of them do it, that's 5 towards the amount of prospects. You ain't trying to get leads, you're trying to get prospects. This part of the system right here, the part where they get the free gift and they tell their friends, we refer to that in the company as that's called the Jupiter PR system. It's called the Jupiter PR system. It's called the Jupiter PR system. Now, you need to know some things. You need to understand how this stuff in the company works. One, we have an awesome graphics team, of which nobody in the company ever talks to other than me, Shay, and Taria. Nobody talks to the graphics people. Nobody messes with the graphics team ever. Don't ever ask me. Don't call me about it. Nobody talks to the graphics team but me, Shay, and Taria. They are creative types, and we want to make sure we don't bog them down with unnecessary stuff. That's what happens. All of this stuff that's happening here, right in here, Taria is setting up the text messaging campaign. Taria is setting up your squeeze page. So let me tell you a secret. Don't freaking mess with Taria unless you want to get on my bad side. Don't mess with Taria. She's setting up your individual campaigns, and she's setting up also the special numbers for everybody, including Jupiter. Then you have Ashley on the backside. She's the person that's setting up and reviewing the data in Pipedrive, adding the contract, making sure that you can continue making money. So let me give you another secret. Don't freaking mess with Ashley. Don't mess with Ashley. Why? Because she has responsibilities in the company that keep the wheel rolling. Now, at the end of the day, everybody has responsibilities, but you need to be aware of who has what particular responsibilities. Now, Jupiter PR, all of these systems come in place. Social Media Ignition, that's where your ads go. When they text into the Bumblebee prospect system. When they get a response back, it's a response from the Bumblebee prospect system. When they click on the link, they land on the squeeze page that was created by 60 Seconds, which is our other plugin. And then after they click on the link that was created by 60 Seconds, the information goes in one direction and the client goes in another direction. The information goes into Pipedrive, into Infusionsoft, which we pay for each and every single person that's in Pipedrive. Every single person that's in Pipedrive, we pay for. So each one of you have an account, we pay for each one of you every month, every single one. And then you have Jupiter PR. Marketing gets the conversation started, but PR keeps the conversation going. Jupiter PR is another plugin that we sell. Let me tell you what the company sells. We sell Social Media Ignition. We sell Bumblebee Prospect System. We sell 60-second squeeze pages. We sell Jupiter PR System. We sell all of these things, and you have access to them. So let me tell you what we're going to need from you. One, don't call me, don't ask me unless you've done this. Otherwise, I'm just going to freaking ignore you. I'm going to tell you that I ain't even going to pretend like you even sent me the message. If you want Taria and Ashley to be able to effectively set up your stuff, here's what needs to happen. You need to create a Word doc. And on that Word doc, it needs to have the login and password for your Facebook account. It needs to have the login and the password for your Twitter account so we can help you get this stuff set up. You can do whatever you want to do afterwards, but we need to set it up for you. We need the login and the password for your Pinterest account. We need the login and the password for your Google Plus account. You need these particular things so we can set it up, so we can get you on automatic pilot. We need Facebook, we need Twitter, we need Pinterest, we need LinkedIn. Taria, did I miss anything? Let me see.
Yes. Google Plus.
You will put it in a Word document. You will send it to Taria, and Taria, you will upload it in a very special, private, secure section of Basecamp. Okay?
I got it. You just forgot to mention Google Plus too. Okay, so it's 5.
Oh, and Google Plus. So we said Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and Google Plus. It's very simple. We're going to set this up for you. Everybody in the company, you have an account at peakperformanceinstitute.com/whatever your first name is. Why? So the company can constantly and consistently keep updating your stuff for you. Now, there'll be some people like, oh, I want to put it on my personal stuff. Okay, great. But we ain't doing that but one time. So when there's a new update and stuff is happening, we're not going to keep coming outside of our network to keep doing this. So at the end of the day, you really want to use your Peak Performance account because it's where we put all of the newest stuff, the latest stuff, and the beta stuff, and the staff knows to go in to the company account and check your stuff. They know to make sure your stuff is working, so you look your best. Our job is to make you make money. That's our goal. And the only way we can do it is if, A, you're following the fundamentals, 2, you're not just soaking up information, but you're using information. In the American school system, it's based upon passing a test. But in the African school system, it's not actually based upon acquisition of knowledge. It's actually based upon use of knowledge. How well are you actually using what we're teaching you? So we get ready to go into social media ignition, which is the one piece that I want you to understand today because we're going to start using this week. Social media ignition is the marketing piece. It's really the beginning of the funnel because before they text in, there was some advertisement that caused them to text in. That advertisement is a graphic that was created by the graphics team that you want to put on social media or you want to plug into social media ignition. Now, by the way, as you're using these tools, it puts you in a better position to explain it to the client because you can sell this. Every tool on here, when you sell it yourself, you don't get any help. You don't get no help. I mean, you got the credit card. You said, Shay, here is the credit card. It has a 40% override on the net. It is a 40% override on the net. Write it down. It is a 40% override on the net. Now, listen, if Shay got to pick up the phone and call the people, if he got to do anything like that because you didn't get the credit card number because you couldn't close the deal because you were afraid, no problem. But it's not going to be 40% of the net. It's not going to be 40% of the net. So congratulations to Dr. Wright. She closed $4,000 worth of deals. She closed it. She went out there and she just freaking closed it. But Dr. Wright, I can tell you, is that you'll close even more if you get your business in the automatic pilot. Let me tell you what I'm really upset about. I'm upset because we are a company that represents automation, but we're not using automation. We're still manually trudging through the process of trying to generate revenue, and you're making it too hard. What I want for everybody here today is the company has been generating leads for you. The company doesn't have to generate prospects and leads for you. You can do it yourself if you just use the company systems. If you just use the company systems, it'll work. Trust me. It's how we gave you all those leads for 4 Divas for Divas. It's how we gave you all those leads for the different programs that we're doing. We're getting ready to launch the Sensational Speakers Summit. Write it down. We're getting ready to launch the Authors Showdown. You hear me? Well, we're gonna collect all of the authors, and we're gonna sell them that they can speak. We're gonna collect all of the speakers, and we're gonna sell them that they can speak. And then when we're done with that, we're gonna get all of the coaches. We're gonna get them together. We're gonna have the largest list of speakers, the largest list of coaches, the largest list of authors in the entire country. There will not be a list that will be able to compete with our list because the money is in the list. The money is in the list. And, if you have a list, you can generate recurring revenue because a buyer is a buyer is a buyer. So with that being said, let's get on over to Social Media Ignition. Shay, did I miss anything about the circle? It's like the circle of life. It's like the system. Did I miss anything? And then we're going to spend about 15 minutes going through Social Media Ignition, which is very quick.
No, absolutely not. I think you did a great job drilling down and sharing with them the reason why. I think everyone on here, the folks that are listening right now, outside of a few new folks, I mean, these are the folks that have been out in the field, they've been out in the trenches, and they're fully aware of the benefits. And at the end of the day, I think the number one reason folks are listening to you very intently, other than they love watching you write on the whiteboard, is they're ready to get paid. And there's only one way to get paid. Nobody asks you what your big why is when you're selling them one-on-one. They want to know, what can you do for me, and what's the number one reason benefit I should give you this credit card. Dr. Wright, who got a credit card today, will tell you that. Darlene, who's in the trenches getting the money. So what you're doing is bringing up to the company higher quality leads, which will make it easier on the backside. So thanks a lot for sharing that explanation. But at the end of the day, the question in everybody's mind is, how do I get paid? And this, ladies and gentlemen, is how you get paid. Qualified leads.
Is everybody seeing my screen now, Shay?
Yes.
Okay. Now, the key thing is me and Shay kind of use the words interchangeably a lot, but I do want to be clear. A lead is a person who's interested in your products, your services, your mission, or your brand. That's a lead. It's a person who could be interested in your products, your services, your mission, or your brand. But a prospect is very different. Think of a prospect as a higher quality lead. But a prospect is a person who is indicated by their actions that they're interested in your products, your services, your mission, or your brand. What you're trying to do is you're trying to get the lead to take an action. And when that lead takes an action, it's off to the races. And when that lead takes an action, they become a prospect. So now we're at Social Media Ignition. And for many of you, this might be the first time that you've seen Social Media Ignition. And it's a magnificent program. We love the program, and you'll see this is what it looks like. And by the way, Shay, can they see my screen clearly? I want to make sure I'm going through slowly.
Yes, they can see your screen clearly, and I'm sure if they can't, they'll be the first one to text us. But I can see it clearly. If you can't,
okay,
you let us know that. But it looks good.
Good. The very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go right over here to configurations. By the way, it's a beautiful plugin. We spent months developing a plugin that you guys can sell and be proud of. By the way, Social Media Ignition, if you want to sell this to a client, is $4.99, $4.97, but they have to set it up themselves. If they want the complete full setup, it's $9.97, okay? And you'll see where you kind of come in and you put in your Facebook application settings. You come in and you put in your Twitter application settings. You come in and you put in your LinkedIn application settings. And you come in, you put in your Google Plus application settings. And you come in and you put in your Pinterest application settings. And on the horizon is Instagram. And on the horizon are some other really cool features. Now, some of you might be wondering, well, how is this different than a Hootsuite? Hootsuite is using their server, and that's why they always post as Hootsuite. But when you use Social Media Ignition, it's posting as you, not your representative. And at the end of the day, people want to feel like they're dealing with you. So you just come in here, you put in your application settings. And this is what you don't even have to do this because it's complicated. To reassess this up for you, she does the whole thing for you. And you can see where they do the Google Plus, and you can see where they do the Pinterest. And it's just freaking amazing. Okay? So after it gets set up, it's very easy. We're going to go right over here to the campaign. And I'm going to click on campaigns. And I'm now here at the campaign. All I'm going to do is something very simple. I'm going to hit new campaign. I'm going to hit new campaign. I'm going to name the campaign. I'm going to call it test campaign. And it says, hey, where do you want to post to? Post to Facebook. Which page do you want to post to? Post to Shay's page, or post to the Trevor Ott's page, or post to the Basement Crew page, or post to Head Ladies in Charge page, or Eric's page, or Peak Performers page, or George's page. And you can see all of these are all of the different Facebook fan pages that we either own or are administrators of. Now, here is my recommendation for you. It's a recommendation from Trevor Ott. My recommendation is very simple. My recommendation is that for some of you, you might not have enough time to do all the things that we requested. I would recommend that if you have a Facebook business page or fan page, if you don't, you should get one. But if you don't have one, or if you do have one rather, that you make myself and Shay administrators on your business page, because what are we going to post to it? Things related to helping you generate more business. That's not a requirement, but all we're going to do is post stuff on there that helps you get more business. So you can say, what do you want to post to? Post to Facebook. You can say, post to Twitter. You can say, post to LinkedIn. You can say, post to Google+. You can say, post to Pinterest. You can even say, post to my blog. And if your blog has certain categories, you can even say, post to a certain category. Let me give you one little secret tip here. One little secret tip. I usually recommend that you do Twitter as a separate campaign. I usually recommend that you do Twitter as a separate campaign. I'm getting a feedback.
I think that's Elisa. It looks like it might be her phone there, but she's on now. We can see her. So I think it was echo coming through the house.
Oh, okay. Elisa, go ahead and make sure you mute yourself while you're on there.
Hey, Elisa.
Shay says, "Hey, Elisa."
She's a student.
And I already muted her, I think. Okay, great. Let me just go back to the page real quick. So we go back to post to Facebook. I recommend that you write this down, do Twitter as a separate campaign. There's always somebody in the group that says, why, Trevor, why? Do Twitter as a separate campaign, because with Twitter, you are limited to 140 characters. You're limited to 140 characters. So sometimes when you're posting, you want to be able to do more than 140 characters. So then, now we've done all of that. We've decided where we're going to post that. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I ain't going to look for no fresh content. That's for another day. We talk about how to make money, but it does do some other things. Actually, let's do that. So one, your job is to reinforce some of the things that the company does. So let's just do, in the fresh content extractor, let's do a search for Shay Brown. By the way, Elisa, can you see clearly? Can you see clearly? Okay, great. All right. So I'm going to do a search for Shay Brown, and I'm going to do 10 results. And I'm going to shoot generate results. And I hit generate results right here, and I can see some teachings that Shay has done. So I'll just hit add to the queue. How hard is that? I'll see Shay's word of the week, add to the queue. I'll see Shay's word of the week again, add to the queue. And why not just add them all? Shay Brown. Number 1 lesson from LeBron James. Shay Brown, 3 closing techniques. Shay Brown, live your best life. Shay Brown, social media power. 7 steps to building an online empire. And I just add those to it. So what am I doing? I'm just adding value to my page. Maybe you type in Trevor Ott, and maybe we'll see what comes up. Let's just type in Trevor. I'm not as famous as Shay, but who knows? Maybe something will come up. Trevor teaches the broke marketing system, and there's some other things, and list explosion, and Shay and Trevor's boot camp, and the sales super conference, and how to become a billing machine, and so many other things. Okay? So there's some trainings there. And so we've added all of the stuff. And now we're going to come down here to where it says, let's make sure, right here. I'm in the right section, right, Taria? I'm in the right section, posting photos. Is that correct, Taria?
What are you trying to do?
I'm going to add the photo images.
Nope. Scroll up.
Okay. Yep.
Under manual entry, locate the section that says manual entry. Right there.
I got you. I see it right there.
Okay.
So see, even the master needs some help. So you go to the manual entry section, and I'm just going to hit add photo. Is that correct, Taria?
Yes, correct.
So I'm going to hit add photo, and it says click here to select your image. I wonder what it wants me to do. It probably wants me to click here to select my image. So I'll click here, and I'll just hit select files. And I'll go to my downloads, and I'll find the images. And here's some images. Let's see. Let's find the images that we uploaded for Shay Brown. Let's see. I know I put them in here yesterday, so let's just find one of these images real quick. And maybe it's this image, and maybe not. Let's see. Don't worry, y'all won't see any special pictures. Don't get your hopes up. Okay, let's go here. I'll put the pictures here. Let's see where I put the pictures at. And if not, I'll just download the pictures, so it won't be no big deal. Ah, there they is. There they are right there. Did I say there they is?
Yeah, there they is. Really?
Lord have mercy. There they are. So there is Shay Brown's image on the neurolinguistic, on the Science of Neurolinguistic Cells. So I'll just click on that. And you'll see that it added. It says crunching. And that was done. And then I go down, and this is very important. I choose full size, and I choose insert into post. Boom. After I do that, I put in there what I want to say. So I'll put register today. Or maybe I want to get a little creative with it. So maybe I go to Shay's Facebook page. I'm always scared about going to Facebook. You never know what somebody might write you. And I say, oh, here's some ad copy, some nice ad copy that Shay wrote. So I don't even have to write the ad copy. I just go here, hit edit and copy. Then I go right here and I just, bing, put it right there. I don't even have to figure out what to say. Shay had already wrote for me. So sometimes if you can't figure out what to say, don't get cute. Then I just hit the words add to queue. Hit add to queue. And now you will see right here that this is in the queue. Now I want this to post immediately, so I'm going to drag this up some. And you can just see where I can just drag it to where I want it to be, because I want this to post first. So I put it right here. See how I just drag back and forth to say what I want to post first? And it tells me what I want to, says, hey, it's going to post this first. So then I go back to manual entry, and I add another image. I hit add photo. It says click here to select your image. I'm going to click here, and I'm going to go back to select files, and I'll go back to the images again, and there is image number 2. I'll add that. Crunching. There's the image. I choose full size. I hit insert into post. It says write something pretty cool. I write this. I just copied and paste what Shay wrote. He wrote some banging ad copy. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but I'll call it banging ad copy. Then I take it and I drag it where I want it to be in the posting order. What I'm doing is I'm determining which order I want stuff to post in. So I want this to post second. And so when you have your image, you just post it. You just put it right here. You just add it in and add the words that you want to say, and then you keep it moving. It's very simple. It's very simple. So now I got my images. I got everything ready, and then I have everything all set up. And I'm just going to go down here, and I'm going to go to the time. And it says, when do you want this thing to start posting? I want this thing to start posting today. So you see the calendar come up. I'm going to start posting it on July the 16th. And it says, when do you want it to start posting? It's on military time. So I'll say start posting at 4 o'clock. And I'll say, it says, when do you want it to end? So I might say, listen, I want it to end tomorrow. And then it says, what time do you want to stop posting? So basically, I say, listen, 1600 is really 4 o'clock. And I say, hey, I want you to start posting until about, let's say, 2100 is 9 o'clock. Let's just say 2300. So stop posting at midnight. I said, okay. So basically, stop posting at midnight. And it'll go. Now, the other way I would do it is to say, hey, realistically, I want to post from, let's say, 0900 hours, which is 9 a.m. I prefer to actually start at 0700 hours. So on 7 a.m., I want you to start posting, and I want you to post all the way up till 11 o'clock. That's what I'm saying. And I want you to do it every 3 hours. So every 3 hours between 7 o'clock and 11 o'clock, 7 o'clock a.m. and 11 o'clock p.m., every 3 hours, I want you to post something from where? Right up in here, right over here in my posting queue. Now, some of you might be asking yourself, what happens when it gets to the end? Well, it just goes and repeats itself. It just goes and repeats itself. So I'm going to hit Save Campaign. And just like that, the campaign is saved. And you see it right here. It's saying success 0, meaning nothing has posted. And then it says pending 17. That means I have 17 things ready to post. And if something fails to post, you'll see error 0. It'll even tell you the last time when it posted. So let's go back over here to Facebook page and look. We'll look at some stuff that was posted. So you can see where some of the automatic posts are already starting to happen. And that's the goal. And let's just go to some more, and let's go here. Shay, it looks like you deleted the ones from your page. But I'll go over here. And you can see where I posted Shay's video, the word of the week.
What did I delete, did you say?
It looks like you might have deleted some of the posts from your page.
No, I haven't deleted any posts. Oh, you might have.
Okay.
I might have a bunch of folks that tag me that haven't made it over there yet to accept them all.
Okay. So then you'll see where it says posted by Trevor, and you'll see this image. And it posted it just like that. You know, and you'll see where I posted Shay's word of the week, and you'll just see, and by the way, I just got a like from one of the things that I posted about Shay. So my point is that it's now posting on automatic pilot, and it's going to lead to a registration. It's going to lead to a registration. And that's what you're essentially trying to do. Now, you heard Letitia say that after she did hers, she went and hit boost post. And she chose something like $5. And from time to time, if you want to boost your post, that's fine. We recommend it. And it's a lot of times it's leads for yourself. So especially when it's your own leads, your own prospects, you want to boost the post, because when you boost it, you know, you're boosting your opportunity to generate revenue. They're going to be your prospects. We're going to send them to you. And this is just a very simple way. Now, it doesn't take much. Just to recap, all we want you to do is go to hit New Campaign. And you're going to see I'm going to do a separate one this time for Twitter, because Twitter has its own rules, meaning you can only use 140 characters. So you can't use being that you can only use 140 characters, you might do a separate campaign. And so what I'll do is I'll come down here again. I'll go down to manual entry. I'll add a photo. This time I'll just add something different. I'll just add select files, and I'll go and I'll add let's see, I'll add the third image. Third image is here. Let's just make sure. Yep, that's the one in purple. Notice how the marketing team made sure that it matched Shay's tie. That's just what marketing does. You know, we only make sure everything is in harmony. Know what those sales guys do, but marketing, we make sure everything looks good. We hit insert into post, and boom. Then we got to decide when do we want this thing to start posting. So we'll say post at 16:15, and we'll say stop posting tomorrow, and we'll say post all the way till 11:30, and we'll say post every 3 hours, and we'll say I'll just add a few extra things there. I'll add in let's just look for Shay Brown. Let's look for Dr. Letitia Wright. Let's look up her. Let's look up Letitia Wright. Let's just see if there's any YouTube videos out there with Letitia Wright there. Let's just see what kind of YouTube swag she has.
Well, I think you have your name spelled right.
I get it right.
Well, listen, there's an I in there at top.
I got it. Yeah, that's how I spelled it.
Letitia.
So I'm just going to
add the I before the A.
Well, it came up, Dr. Letitia Wright. There's no I. Oh, yeah, you're right. But it did come up. Crowdfunding, real or rip off. Dr. Letitia Wright. I'll just add a couple of those in there and fix my fund and presents YouTube marketing. I don't know about Mark Malott. We won't be advertising him, but we'll add the other stuff. And now you see we have all of this stuff added to the posting queue. Okay. And I want to just add, I'll add in one more to the, add this to the queue. Oh, we've got the message. It says add the message. Be sure to lock in your spot. Remember, 114 characters. www.hangout14.com. And I'll add that to the queue. Remember, the reason why I did it separately, because remember with Twitter, you are limited to 140 characters. So now it's going to start posting at 4:15, which is 1,600 hours. It's going to post 11:30. I'm just going to hit save campaign. It's just that simple, folks. It's just that simple. And now this thing is going to automatically post for the next 2 days. So typically you want it to run usually till about 1 day after the event. And you say, why 1 day after the event? Because they can still get the replay. Okay? Now let's just check and let's just see if it's posted. Let's just go to Pinterest and just see did it post. If I was to go to Pinterest and I was to go to one of my boards, okay, and you'll see where it posted. You'll see where there's the one I posted earlier, and you'll see where the one I posted after that. And so you'll see that it's actually testing the actual pin. So it's actually creating a Pinterest board. Now, I'm going to take you to just one little extra. Now, just take you to one little extra little thing that you can do is you can also go to if this then that, that's ifttt.com, and you can just go there, and if you went there you could easily set up where you can say, hey, if I post something on my fan page, post it to my personal page. And you just go here and you just say, hey, create a recipe, very simply. And say, hey, so if there's some other place you want to post it, you just create a if this, then that scenario. So if I do this, then do that. And I won't talk about that today. The goal of today is to go here, when we start sending y'all stuff, go ahead and add it to the campaign. This is already posting. If we were to go to Twitter, I'm always scared of Twitter too. Never know what you might see. But you'll see where I posted Shay's video, word of the week. You'll see where I posted his images. And you'll see where we're just generating prospects. That's all, just generating prospects. So at the end of the day, the thing that we want you to do is, A, we're going to start giving you images. When we give you images, load it into your social media ignition. There are many other things that this program can do. But in the immortal words of a good man that I know, he's a good guy. One ideal implemented is better than 1,000 ideas that you know about. One ideal implemented is better than 1,000 ideas that you know about. So just do one thing really well. When we give you an image, load the image in. With that being said, Shay, I'll go ahead and turn it over to you, and we'll take questions if anybody has them.
Great. I mean, this is a real helpful training, Trevor. You certainly a lot of points, and you're also giving folks the tools that they need right now to be able to go out there and generate the leads, but more importantly, make your job easier and allow you to focus on what you really want to focus on anyway at the end of the day. I mean, at the end of the day, your best use of your time is time in front of prospects who have a problem. That's the best use of your time. And Trevor, you just freed up a whole bunch of time for everyone out there. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and turn it back over to you. I've enjoyed the training, enjoyed going through it. You're not as thorough as Terea. I mean, you're not as good as Terea, but Terea, if you keep him in training, you know, I'll be giving Trevor a certification soon myself, Terea, and you too can, you know, train Trevor the right way and get him a certification. But he did get the job done. I understood it. It was easy, and you know, I feel like it's something I can go and I know it's something I can go use right away. So, but Terea, keep him in training. He's not quite there. He's, you know, if you give him a little cheat sheet next time, he'll be able to say, you know, and follow
Get
along
it?
with
Okay.
you.
I hold that belief. I hold that belief.
Yes.
I also say before you jump in, Trevor, that I uploaded the doc, okay, that everyone could download to include their social media login credentials. So if they could download it and send it back to me, I could have their stuff set up. And if you don't have a Peak Performers Institute WordPress site, just indicate it on the sheet, and I'll make sure that we create one for you.
Yep, and Terea, make sure we assign official numbers to people.
Yes.
Number 1, number 2, number 3, so that
Right.
from now on when we create the text message keyword, it'll be the keyword plus their employee number. It'll be the keyword plus their employee number. New images are being created. Each person will be able to get their own image, and they'll be able to load it into their social media ignition for automatic posting purposes.
Okay, will do, and that document will be uploaded shortly.
Okay. By the way, we'll open the floor for questions. Anybody has questions, we will take those questions now.
I'd ask Terea, how do you stop the campaign once you, because you said it just goes on repeat. So I had asked Terea, how do you stop the campaign?
What you can do is to stop a campaign, and all you got to do is choose the date that you want it to end on. So I made mine end on the 17th, but the campaign will end on whatever date you tell it to end on.
Oh, okay, so it just goes on if you don't add an end date.
Well, if
Right.
you don't add an end date, it's going to give you an error. But what's happening is, let's say you only have 10 posts, and you wanted to post every hour on the hour for 24 hours straight, but you only got 10 posts. So when it gets to the end of that 10, it's going to loop back around to the first one.
Oh, that's what you meant by repeat. Okay, I understand.
Yes.
Thank you.
But in many cases, you want it to loop because you need to be continuously advertising the event. And you want to be consistent, because what happens when you need to do something and you can't post it on Facebook because you were busy. Make sense?
Yes.
You got it? Okay. Darlene, you always have questions. Do you have questions today?
I always have questions, Trevor, but I don't right at this moment.
Right.
It's some notes, so I'm sure I have questions.
It's a new day, Shay. It's a new day. Oh my God, you don't have no questions.
This is exactly Darlene's first rodeo. So you know.
It's really her second. It's really her second, Shay. It's really her second. Make sure you guys are using your Pipedrive accounts. Start using Social Media Ignition. Start using. We're going to start using the Bumblebee today. All we want to do is focus in on your use of Social Media Ignition to consistently promote the company's products, services, and missions. And remember that what you're trying to do is you want to generate prospects consistently. The goal of the company is everybody is responsible for generating how many? 10 prospects every week. That's 40 prospects a month. That is the expectation. We ain't say you got to sell them. We said you got to generate them. That's all. And we're going to give you the systems to do it. All right. Shay, I'm erasing my board. I think my time is up. The pencil is broke. And by the way, everybody should be on today's hangout tonight as Shay goes into neuro-linguistic sales. And it wouldn't hurt for everybody to go on out and post and promote that again today. Why? Because it's going to be flat out phenomenal. And I'm sure Shay would appreciate it. With that being said, have a great, have a wonderful, and have a spectacular day. And now I got to find the off button.